Hey guys, welcome back. It is Four Towers Film, and surprise, surprise, today I am joined by
Doug218. What's going on, guys?
Normally it's just me for the Young and the Restless recap for the week, and something a little different this week. We're giving you a bit of a recap of what happened, like the highlights version. We're also going to be talking about what we think about what happened this week. And hopefully you'll join us and put in the comments what you think has been going on this week. By the way, what do you think of the new Adam? He's been on for a few weeks now.
I don't remember a lot about the character, but what I did see of him,
Mostly a newer viewer of Young and the Restless.
I'm pretty sporadic, and that's due to work schedule and stuff like that. But what I do remember of the character and what I've seen in this one, okay, I gotta ask you, in his previous incarnations, was he a total D-bag then?
Yes.
He was?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so I'm not surprised. Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Well, see, for long-term viewers of Young and the Restless, and even for the newer ones who remember Justin Hartley's portrayal of him, well, which is the last Adam to play him.
That was the one that got blown up.
The one that got blown up, right, by Chloe in the cabins.
Apparently.
Well, blown up. Well, when he took over as Adam, they really did change the character quite a bit. I mean, yes, he was still kind of shady and things like that, but he was actually less so. Like, he seemed to be a little bit more, not necessarily likable, because a lot of people like Adam the way he is, but more maybe family oriented. He was more focused on Chelsea and Connor and things, and he seemed to be more selfless because he was willing to let Nick raise Christian as his own, even though he knew Christian was his. But now, this Nick, which is Mark Grossman, they reverted him back to how he used to be.
Okay.
Which is really what a lot of longtime fans of Young and the Restless know from Adam, is how he is now.
Okay.
He's very selfish, very self-centered, manipulative, and he plays things off to how he wants it, very much like Victor does. But I think there is there's multiple levels, and a lot of these actors are very good at playing him. Like Michael Maloney did, who was a fan favorite, to play Adam.
He left under strange circumstances.
You guys know, there's kind of like rumors of what happened with him when he left. Who was he fired? Did he leave? There's been like a lot of people who said that didn't happen. What they said happened with him. I won't go into it now. A lot of you guys already know what that is. He himself said it didn't happen. Even the particular person said it didn't happen. So, but you don't, a popular actor like that doesn't get fired for no reason. But he has said his behavior, maybe not in that respect, was not necessarily the best. So
Okay.
and he has since admitted that. He has said since, and maybe you guys have heard this, he'd actually thought of committing suicide over the last few years because of what had happened with Weinar. Yeah. Because of that. I mean, that must have been very difficult for him.
Okay, gotcha.
All right. So, but back to the show. Here we have Adam again using Dark Horse against Nick to try to get him to give up Christian. But I mean, he underestimates Nick's love for his kids. Nick will pretty much do anything for his kids. So,
well, from what I've seen of the show, guys, and
he watches, because I PVR it and then I watch it later because of work and stuff. So he doesn't get to see it all the time.
But what
he does know what's going on, though.
I do. Believe it or not, I do have a basic idea of what's going on with the show. And, so it's kind of like this is a neat new format kind of idea.
Well, it might be fun to do something a little bit different, like still do the recap and for stuff that you might not have seen, and also maybe our take on stuff.
Okay, my question is to you. Now, I remember the previous incarnation of Adam changing the DNA records for Christian, saying that Nick
was the biological father.
Was the biological
Right.
father.
Right.
Now this version is now suing for custody of Christian. Excuse me, I may
Yes,
not.
if you guys, I think that happened this week. That's from recap. That Nick
Oops.
got papers. Oh, it happened earlier. It's not a spoiler.
Oh, okay.
It happened earlier in the week, so you would have seen it by now. That he got full custody, like Adam is suing for full custody with Nick. Nick got the papers this week.
Okay, my question is this: you've changed the documentation to prove
Right.
that Nick is the dad.
And this is what everybody is saying to him. Sharon has said this to him, confronted him this week actually on that.
Here's the thing: you don't have a leg to stand on because the paperwork says Nicholas
Nick
is the father.
Right.
So
and actually tampering with DNA, and that is actually a crime. So
So-
if he admits that he tampered
Yeah.
with it, well, he
That's-
could go to jail.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
What kind of shenanigans is he gonna have to pull off to get this to happen? To
Well,
try and win this boy back.
See, he could say, because really, do they have proof that he? I mean, they know he tampered with it. They have the letter that said so. But I don't remember if they kept this letter or not, because Sage, I think, wrote it, or Sage wrote it to Adam. It was one of those two. Remember when Sage died, I think she gave the letter to Adam and let Adam know she knew that Christian was his, and that
Okay.
Adam had changed the DNA test, and she thanked him for it. This was a while ago, so I don't know if Adam has that letter, or if Chelsea might have it now, but which would be proof that he did it. But see, Adam, being like his father's son, could say, "I didn't know. I was told he was my son because Sage left me this letter and said that he was my son, and all that." And for all I know, I don't know how the DNA results got changed, and he could ask for another paternity test to prove he's his son. I mean, this is Adam we're talking about, he's Victor's son. I mean, they do whatever needs to be done to get what they want. So he could have done that by now, and he hasn't, which makes me think
He's
that
just
might not be
doing it.
his end game.
It sounds to me, as an occasional viewer, it sounds like he's just doing this to stick it to Nick. I couldn't get you the one way.
This is the thing. I mean, it's why is he doing it? Kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, like Sharon has even said, you haven't been a part of Christian's life pretty much from day one. You haven't acknowledged him. I find it funny though that they keep saying that Nick's the only father he's ever known. Well, Dylan raised him for a while too. So, but I mean, the thing is,
He was a baby though, and
he was a baby. Yeah, he probably wouldn't remember Dylan, but
So the only father he could
he would
remember.
remember would be Nick.
Nick.
Although, if you remember, he wasn't a baby when he was like maybe a year old. But again, who remembers a year old? So I guess Nick would be the only one who would remember.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
actually, there's rumor they might be recasting Dylan. So that's thrown an interesting wrench into things, considering Sharon and Dylan didn't break up because they weren't in love. They remember he left because of the drug cartel. So they may be recast. It's a rumor. I don't know if it hasn't been confirmed yet.
They were married.
They were married, yeah.
Ooh.
That's Nikki and Paul's son.
Ooh, would that not throw a whole?
Considering they seem to be angling toward a potential thing with Adam and Sharon too, but see the thing is they're bringing Chelsea back, so she comes back this week. People, spoiler alert. Chelsea and Chloe come back this week.
Ooh, the two C's back in Genoa
That's
scene.
interesting,
Yeah.
'cause we know Adam has Chloe somewhere, and he was holding her in exchange for Phyllis. But once Phyllis checked out through the window, Kevin thought Adam would let her go. Chloe go, but no, Adam wants more from Kevin. We actually don't know really what he wants. It's something to do with Nick and hacking in and stuff. But you have Dark Horse now, so I don't know really
Now-
what he needs from Kevin.
Here's my concern. It sounds like they're building to an interesting story arc between like the two brothers.
Nick and
Okay.
Adam, yeah. Well, It's back to how they used to be.
But my concern is, look at the whole JT storyline. It
Right.
took an
That
entire
took
year.
over a year, or about a year to wrap up. The friggin' storyline would end.
My thing is, I wouldn't want to see another storyline a year long.
Yeah.
You know.
The thing is, this is like ongoing with Adam and Nick. I
Yeah.
mean, this is how they've always been.
Okay.
So, except for, I mean, you're used to seeing the Justin Hartley version, and they actually got along. And, I mean, by the time Adam blew up in the cabin, they had gotten to a point where they were actually on good terms, and Nick was actually defending Adam against Victor a lot of the time, and vice versa.
Okay.
And, you know, and Adam had even wanted Nick to look after Christian and never tell him that he wasn't his father. I mean, that, they'd completely thrown this out the window. So, you know, now you bring it back. So this is the problem when you got writer change and producer changes, because now I understand why they're trying to bring it back to the show it used to be. There's been a lot of changes, a lot of characters are not acting the way they used to, Adam for one. But the problem is, you've just wiped out, 2 years
Of written work.
And acting and all that kind of stuff. They mentioned it periodically. Sharon's brought it up to Adam a few times about what he had done before, and then she's like, now all of a sudden it's like reverting back to what it was before, like arguing and hating on Nick and Victoria, and it wasn't like that when he died. Or when he died. See, I understand that's why they're bringing back older actors too.
Yeah.
They couldn't bring back Justin because he's not on the show. So, and there's reasons they didn't bring back Michael as Adam, but so they had to bring back somebody who could act like the original that Adam. It's not
Okay.
even the original one, but that Adam.
Okay.
And then that's why they replaced Phyllis too with the original Phyllis. Welcome back, Michelle. No, don't get me wrong. I love Gina Tognoni. I thought she played a very good Phyllis. She made Phyllis her own. She gave her nuances and things like that. She gave her like a vulnerability too that, you know, might have been missing a little bit in Phyllis before.
But she could be mean. She could be a
Oh,
character.
definitely. Gina played Phyllis as Phyllis, but now you see Michelle first seeing Phyllis's back.
You know,
You can see it, you know. Welcome back, Michelle. And I do hope Gina lands somewhere because she's an excellent actress. Country Days for Our Lives. I watched that too. We could use somebody there.
You never know. She might.
I hope so. She's an excellent actress. So, but same with that. Adam and Phyllis working together. Now Adam is offering to give her Dark Horse. That I believe was Friday. That might be your Monday spoiler. That Phyllis confronted Adam about all this. She thinks Adam is the one who kidnapped her, not Kevin, because remember she didn't see who did it.
Yeah, because he came behind. He came behind.
Came behind her and he had like a mask on,
Yeah.
so she didn't see who did it. But so she thinks it's Adam who did
Okay.
it. It's not contradicting her. And now that's also interesting why he wouldn't throw Kevin under the bus, but he needs Kevin right now. So.
Yeah. So.
So she uncovered this is another spoiler. She uncovered that he has a connection to a chancellor. We found out what chancellor that is. It's Chance Chancellor. He has a connection to. What this connection is, we don't know as of yet. So it should be interesting. What's he and Chance have up their sleeves?
Isn't that? There's a character that lives in a chancellor house.
Well, the Chancellor family is Catherine Chancellor. The one who lives there is Kane.
Okay.
I don't know if he still actually lives there anymore. No, I think he lives at home. Because remember, he did live at Chancellor Mansion. But Jill owns that house.
Okay. Okay. Now.
His stepmom and Billy's mother.
Okay.
She owns Chancellor because Catherine willed it to her. And then, of course, I forget her name.
She's the house.
Chloe's mom. I forget her name. Oh my goodness. If it comes back to me, I'll let you know. We just don't see her enough. Esther. She lives there.
Well, she showed up with the at Crimson Lights with Kevin.
Yeah, oh, because she knows Kevin. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's Chloe's her daughter.
Okay.
And Kevin and Chloe are together. She doesn't know her daughter's alive. How cool is that, Chloe? You know, I get why she's doing it. She doesn't want to go to jail for trying to kill Adam. But, you know, do you really want to do that to your mom? Well, you know, Chloe, she's a bit unhinged. But,
Okay, what else happened this week?
but Chancellor is, he's been gone a long time, is Philip Chancellor's son.
I'm not
His
familiar.
actual name is also Philip Chancellor, I believe the third or the fourth, but he goes by Chance. He hasn't been on the show for a while, so he probably would have seen him. But I'm curious to see what kind of connection Adam has to Chance, so maybe that means we're bringing Chance back. Never know. So then we had a confrontation with Phyllis and Summer this week. Because Phil still neglected to let her daughter know she was back. She's running around town, doesn't let her daughter know she's there. She's worried sick about her. She had a confrontation with her, and basically bawled her out for
Not saying
telling her
anything.
where she's been for the past few weeks or a few days, I guess, few days. And Phil's just kind of like, oh, everything's fine. Like, more or less, I was just gone. It was like a last minute kind of thing. Oh, you left all your stuff behind and you worried everybody's sick. She goes, oh, I texted you. And of course, we know that text was deleted. I don't actually know why. Kevin deleted the text. Because remember, Kevin and Summer met at Society, and Kevin noticed that Phil texted Summer, and he deleted. He knows he doesn't have her anymore, so why delete the text? That didn't really make sense to me, but he deleted the text, so Summer didn't get it. Anyway.
Okay. All right.
And then, of course, Mariah Tessa's music career. A lot of you people I've noticed, as something else before, are that thrilled with the storyline. Too much singing. We got more singing this week with Jet and Anna singing at the dedication for Neil at the stage.
I actually liked that. I liked the tie-in to both aspects of Devon's family.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
And here's a character that has gone through so much loss. And,
And he's had another panic attack.
Lost his wife, his son, his father
Very short, in less than a year.
in less than a year.
Yeah.
So it was.
And very quickly, all of them.
And it's a very realistic
It is.
representation of.
It is. And kudos to the actor, like Brighton. He's playing it very well. It's difficult playing that kind of thing, like, you know, grieving. He's trying to carry on with his life. He still has a big business to run. He wants to honor his dad and his wife and his unborn child, and still such a loss because it's less than a year since he lost Hillary and his child, and then like less than a month since he
And it's
lost
still
his dad.
very
So,
raw.
you know, and his sister's not here; she's moved away, so he feels like he's probably very much alone, and that's very realistic. So.
But like, what's he? I was gonna say, like, what's the deal? Like his attitudes. He's running hot, cold.
I think a lot of that to do with the grieving.
Yeah.
I think, because if anybody's ever suffered from anxiety, you'll understand this, or if you've had a loss, you'll understand that. Your moods are they swing. I mean, like, say with Anna, she's feeling like he's not, and he really isn't. Like, she has been in the music industry before. No, not as a producer, but as a singer. He's been around it for a while.
He's not listening.
And he's not really listening to ideas. The idea Mariah had is actually a good one with Tessa doing it that way because it's unique. It's not like this prepackaged, dressed up kind of Barbie doll Tessa.
It speaks very much to like the opportunities we have now. With the advent of social media, you
Utilizing that.
can utilize that. look, Justin Bieber was discovered.
Right. On YouTube.
On YouTube.
Exactly. So is like with Carly Rae Jepsen. So is it quite a few people, you know. And I mean, look at them. I mean, so that's why not do it that way? Like, because she already has a bit of a following. She already signed. So why not utilize the power of influencers?
Yeah.
And I mean. And look, it helps actually both Jabot and Tessa out because she's wearing their stuff. She gets their clout because the influencers can push her, Jabot can push her, and she can help Jabot because her followers. It's a win-win.
Yeah.
But
Right.
Devon sees it as like tacky or whatever. Well, not any tackier than what Anna wanted to do with Tessa.
Well, and also the fact that he thinks, you know, it's he doesn't see it as a win-win. He sees it kind of as
amateurish.
and that we're doing all the work for Jabot. We're gonna,
yeah,
we're,
but that's not really true if you think about it.
Yeah.
They're not promoting Jabot. Jabot's offering their products or accessories. They're clout. I mean, Jabot right now is a lot bigger than Tessa is. So
Yeah.
people know Jabot, and you know, and they've got their influences. Like the Collector's launch was a big success. So if they can utilize this brand new, what Jabot's doing, and they can utilize that for Tessa, talk about, it's more like Jabot doing more for Tessa than the other way around. It's like, you know, like, if you think about it, because Jabot doesn't necessarily need Tessa, like Tessa would need Jabot in a way, you know, so it's not really the other way around. I think he's also thinking because it'll look more amateurish by using like cell phone footage, like where I was filming with a cell phone. But hello, cell phones are pretty good quality pictures nowadays, so 4K and everything. But when he's saying, and he's like saying to Anna, well, we've got like the studio, like professional cameramen and all this stuff, so more professional vibe to it. She goes, yes, and we'll use that. But this is like a grassroots kind of thing. Which a lot of people like.
Yeah.
Is to see people in their natural, how she was a street performer. So, like, that's how she was discovered. So that's kind of how they want the fans to discover her as, you know.
Yeah,
and
to
then,
rediscover her, yeah.
Right. That's how Justin Bieber was discovered. And go kind of grow from there.
Exactly.
So I think it's a cool idea, but we'll see if Duran gets on board with it.
What else went on?
Let's see what else.
I saw Victor and Nick had that tete-a-tete.
Victor actually, I think he's thinking he may not survive this illness because he's had more treatments. And that's why I don't think we've seen it yet, but spoilers for next week show that they may not be working. And so I think what he's doing is he's kind of setting things up. He doesn't want things to end if he does die on a negative note. So I think he realizes Nick's right about the whole Christian thing with Adam. And so he actually kicked Adam out of, once he found out Adam was suing him because he's a Christian, because Nick told him. He kicked Adam out because he didn't want that. He wants Adam to have access to his son, but he doesn't want to alienate his other son. He wants everybody to get along.
Which makes sense. Which
most parents do. They want the whole family to get along, right? It doesn't always happen that way, but most parents want that. So he kicked Adam off the ranch, and so then he went back to Nick at Nick's house and basically told him more or less he was right. Almost apologized for his role in all this. And he even said he should have probably left Nick or left Adam back in Las Vegas. And Sharon said the same thing.
Well, I think it's kudos to the actor to show that almost that vulnerability that I'm unsure of how this is going to turn out, but I at least want you to know in my own way that I'm sorry for any sort of heartache or whatever I've caused you.
Right. Now, if only we can keep this, you know, Victor, we'll be at it again. Oh, and also another turn of events, he actually listening to me and taking a break from being CEO and actually handing it over to Victoria closed for temporarily for her to run. And so, of course, she went and told Adam. And Adam, of course, is like, oh, okay, you know, if you're happy to take somebody else's hand-me-down, you'd be second. You know, it's not yours. You didn't build it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I personally want to build my own, kind of thing. You know, Adam. But Nick should try to get Nick on board of being COO, but he doesn't want to do that.
Well,
but at least they've also made peace now. They've talked about it.
And I think, you know, it's legitimate that Nick is still kind of raw. You know, yeah, we made peace, but am I ready to jump back into that corporate situation? I had my business literally strong armed away from me.
Yeah.
You know, maybe this will be the chance. And like you said, with the new writing staff, that maybe they might bring him back around.
That's what it sounds like to me.
Where he was. And
that's what it sounds like to me, because you guys remember, yes, he used to run and stuff like he has done corporate before, but it's never really been his forte. It's never been Nick. Like
he was a bar guy.
The corporate kind of guy. He had the underground, and he was happier there. So I'm thinking they might do something more like that with him again, because if they're really trying to hold the characters back to what they used to be, he was never that much of a corporate guy. So
okay.
I think what they probably will do is he won't necessarily get Dark Horse back. He might, maybe he'll be able, because remember, I hints about this for a while, like the whole underground thing. Because, I forget her name, the lady worked at Jabot, who's seen her maybe twice, who he dated a little bit, kind of, more like hookups, but she mentioned it, I can't remember her name. If you guys know, put it in the comment box. Like, we'll only seen her maybe twice. Remember she worked with Phyllis and that, Jabot. She's like a consultant with them.
And you've seen the prominent placement of the lighting.
In his living room. And so I'm thinking maybe he'll go back to either that or something similar, but which is more like Nick. So, but what else was it that they said? Well, we knew that Adam gave Phyllis, or offered to give Phyllis Dark Horse.
And she...
I don't know. She said real estate's not really her thing, but I wouldn't necessarily think she would turn it down. She might, but she doesn't necessarily want to be under Adam's thumb either. You know, because then she'd be beholden to him, and she can't really trust Adam. So.
No, he's like a pit viper.
You know. Ray is still working with Nick to find out what Adam's up to and find a way to kind of get him out of their lives. So we'll see what happens with that. So he more or less doesn't want Sharon to be around Adam. But she agrees to, but we all know Sharon.
She's the Florence Nightingale of the show. She wants to see the good in everybody. She wants to help everybody.
She does. I mean, even her bitter enemies. Like, look, she's been there for Nikki, she's been there for Victor, Victoria, and who's hated her.
Well, and in reality, you know, you crap all over people.
Well, I mean, the thing is, yes, Sharon has done some pretty bad, and I know a lot of people don't like Sharon. She's done a lot, you know. She's burned down the new ranch, and, like, she's done a lot of stuff, let's face it. But, you know, they have her danger, you know, like, she's not the same Sharon anymore. And she does try to be helpful, even though she does reach out to those, even those don't even like her that much.
She's helpful to a fault.
And Mariah has said that to her.
You know,
I mean, I like that they've made her stronger, because for a long time she was way too weak. And even the actress said it'd be nice to play something other about her mental illness, because they were constantly having to break down. Like, she was in and out of the hospital all the time. I mean, it's nice to see her. She's standing on her own 2 feet now.
Okay, so there's
hopefully that continues.
There was that going on. What else has gone on?
I don't know. That's pretty much the whole week. Like, Kevin is still looking for Chloe. He doesn't know where she is. We know where she is. Well, we don't actually know where Adam's keeping her, but we know he has her. He knows somebody has her. Is it Chance? Does Chance have her? It doesn't seem like Chance to me, but it's, you know, who knows, right? Maybe it's somebody else. Who's Chelsea's husband? People are speculating on something that we know is a chance.
That might be funny,
That'd
though.
be interesting. That would be interesting.
And that he's adopted
Connor.
Connor.
It'd be interesting.
And that'd be one way to kind of keep Adam in check,
Maybe.
you know?
Well, yeah, but he didn't know she was married, so unless Chance didn't tell him. So people are speculating who her husband is. Is it somebody we know? Is it somebody new? Don't know. Well, maybe we'll find out. You know, probably. I would assume so. You know? Big returns are coming. Chelsea's coming back. Chloe's coming back. Possibly Dylan. That's a rumor, though. It's confirmed Chelsea and Chloe are coming.
Oh, okay.
Possibly Chance, because he's been mentioned, and he's working with Adam, so it makes sense that they're going to recast him.
Eventually, he would have to make an appearance.
You would think.
You would think to that arc or that.
You would think. We'll see. We'll see if they swing it. Well, that's it for this week. Pretty much brings you up to speed on what's happened and what our take on it is. Give us what your take is on this week. Have you enjoyed it? You still find it kind of boring? Do you find it more exciting? Are you glad with that? Are you glad to see Michelle Stafford back? I know there were a lot of people who like Gina. If you liked it, if you did, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. I hope you like the new format of what we're doing.
Yeah, guys.
Restless.
And if you want to have me come back and pose questions to your lovely host here, please let me know, because I'd love to come back and.
I like having you. It's fun having him here and talking and bouncing opinions about our favorite show. Take care, guys. See you
Bye,
next
guys.
week. Bye.